So you are thinking about making a move to North Texas, maybe Dallas, Texas, or a suburb of Dallas, Texas. Well, I'm here to tell you about a great town north of Dallas, north of DFW, called Denton, Texas. We are going to take a dive into my computer on Google Maps so I can show you everything there is to know about living in Denton, Texas on the map. Denton is often referred to as Little D, Little Dallas, because Denton, which is where I live, by the way, I am born and raised in Denton. Denton has a lot of things that Dallas has, like great one-off restaurants. We have some really good food here. We've got great culture, a lot of diversity. We also have two major universities, and we also have North Central Texas College, NCTC, which is a great community college. But one thing Denton does not have that Dallas does, we don't have as many people. So a lot of people prefer places like Denton instead of Dallas because it is a smaller town, it's more comfortable, and people tend to feel possibly more safe in a smaller town. If this is your first time to our channel and you'd love to know everything there is to know about living in North Texas or the suburbs of Dallas, Texas, then don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell notification so you can know everything there is to know about living in North Texas. I am Jennifer Fowler, my husband Brandon, whom you'll meet in another video. We both run Fowler Realty Team here in Denton, Texas. We have people just like you reach out to us all the time wanting to know about Denton, Texas and the surrounding areas. So give us a call, send us an email, shoot us a text. All that information will be in the description below. We would love to help you, whether you're thinking about moving in 9 days or 9 months. We would love to help you make that transition over here to North Texas. All right, so as you can see on the map, everything outlined here in red is Denton, Texas. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more just so you can kind of get a feel for Denton, Texas. You can see where the red lines are, the dots are, but let me zoom out so you can see where Denton, Texas is in relation to Dallas. It might look far on the map, but honestly, it's about, with traffic, I'd say maybe a 35-minute drive. Let me move myself over here. So not too bad. We really find ourselves going to Dallas more on weekends, so we're not really fighting the morning traffic. But if you are one that lives in Dallas or somewhere near there, but you don't want to live there, you'd rather live in a more affordable place such as Denton, there are ways to get there a little bit more quickly, and I will show you how to do that. So the main highway that's going to take you from Denton to Dallas, really, the only one, is going to be I-35, as you can see here on this map. And then at some point, sometimes you'll have to get on 635 as well. But I-35 takes you from Dallas to Denton, from Denton to Dallas, and about somewhere right before the Lake Lewisville here, there is an expressway. In the morning, the expressway is going to be open going south. In the evening, it's going to be open going north. That's the one thing I don't like about this expressway, is that it is just one way. So it's not both directions of traffic on the expressway at the same time. It's open for going south at certain times of the day. It's open for going north certain times of the day. On weekends, it's different. On weekends, I've noticed it's open for southbound traffic more often going toward Dallas. But in the morning, you're going to find that going to Denton, the expressway is open. And then in the afternoon, you're going to find that the expressway, or in the evening, is open. Did I say that right? In the morning, going south to Dallas, it's going to be open. And then in the evening, going from Dallas back to Denton is when that's going to be open there. Okay, so here is Denton. Just kind of outline this a little bit for you just so you can see it. The city itself has about 100,000. The county of Denton has about 800,000, and that includes places like Pilot Point, Sanger, all these areas up here, Crum, Ponder, Justin, Helen Village, Lewisville, the Flower Mound. Those are all considered Denton County, but the city of Denton itself is going to have about 100,000 people. It has definitely grown. Like I said, I was born and raised here in Denton, so 1976. So I remember when there was one high school, which is the high school I graduated from, Denton High School. We now have 4 high schools. So it has definitely grown. However, it has always maintained that small town feel. Okay, one reason why I feel like Denton has kept its small town feel is because of the downtown square. The downtown square is just a hopping place. It used to be that the mall was super popular back in the day, but now it is the downtown square. Everybody seems to hang out there. It's just kind of the place to be. It doesn't matter what day of the week, what time of the year, what season. It doesn't matter what age you are. You're going to find a lot of people hanging out at the downtown square for sure. It's going to be in this area. Also, we've got Texas Women's University. That's where my daughter goes to college. Great university. It is not private, but it looks like it. It kind of has that private school feeling, but without the private school price. And then we also have University of North Texas here, which is another great school. We also have, like I said in my opening, we have North Central Texas College. There's a campus there in Gainesville, which is one of the main campuses. And I'll zoom out so you can see where Gainesville is. It's a solid 30-minute drive. You can see we haven't even gotten to it yet on the map. Okay, so Gainesville right here, that's where NCTC has a campus. They also have a campus here in Corinth. Corinth is pretty much Denton. It's kind of hard to differentiate the two. And there is a really small campus that just opened at the downtown square as well. So Denton is a great place for those looking to go to a major university. Also, because we have Texas Women's University and UNT, makes it a great place if you are a parent and you have a kid going to one of these 2 universities and you want to put your money to work while they're there. Great town for an investment property. I will say though, a lot of these colleges, as a freshman and sophomore, you do have to live on campus, so you want to make sure about that. But even so, while your kid is a freshman and a sophomore, you can go ahead and buy that investment property and rent out all the rooms. And then once they're able to live off campus, now they can live and run the rooms and rent the rest out to their friends and roommates. And you're building equity in a house that's easy to rent out because we've got 2 major universities. So there's always college students looking for a place to live. So I highly recommend, if you're not even thinking about moving here, but you do have a student that is, to look into that. It's a really great investment opportunity here. Like I said, definitely more affordable than Dallas. So that's a great thing. Okay, so Denton, some other great things that Denton has is we've got some awesome lakes. You can see here we have Lake Ray Roberts, not very far at all from Denton. There's several ways that you can get to it. Great lake, lots of fishing. My son goes fishing all the time at Lake Ray Roberts. So that's a great place to be if you like camping. Another place to take out your RV or just your tents and go camping. A lot of our friends do that as well. And then we have Lake Lewisville, another great place to go camping. Now this one's going to be off I-35, so fishing might be better up here, but this is a great place if you've got a boat or if you just enjoy camping. Another great place to do that would be at the lakes. You can even rent boats and go boating maybe in the summer. So that is great there. Okay, another great thing about Denton, I just love Denton. I can't say enough about it. I absolutely love the location because I don't prefer to be in a big area like Dallas. I like to visit areas like Dallas and then go home to my smaller town in Denton. Let's see. I can't say enough about the downtown square. However, I am going to do another video on that, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. And I am going to do a video on what price points there are in Denton, what $300,000 gets you, what $400,000 gets you. Not very many $1 million homes in Denton, but there are a few, so we'll even go into those as well. So some great things. Another great thing about Denton, the location. What's really cool is you've got Fort Worth here, and then you've got Dallas. So you've got Fort Worth, Dallas. That's what we call DFW. I'm sure you've heard of it, but if not, when people say DFW, that's what they're referring to is Dallas Fort Worth. This area is also known as the Golden Triangle. You can see there. In fact, there's a little mall in Denton called the Golden Triangle Mall, and that's where they get the name from there. Okay, so we also have two major airports that are in Dallas. We have DFW International Airport, great airport. Most of your flights are going to be from there. But we also have Dallas Love Field, which is southwest, which is the easiest airport ever to maneuver. It truly is. You go in, and if you're dropping someone off, you go in, drop them off, and you just go right back out. It is seriously the easiest airport ever. I absolutely love it. However, they only do fly southwest, but it is great. So it's really nice being able to have two airports. So we've got DFW International Airport here, and then we've got Dallas Love Field here in this area. So to get to either airport, I'd say about 45 minutes for sure when it comes to going to Dallas Love Field. And I'd give yourself a good 35 minutes to get to DFW Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. And there's a couple of ways you can go. You can go through Grapevine to get to the airport here. There's really several ways to go. It just depends on really where in Denton you live, and really kind of if you want to get on I-35 or if you just want to stay on 114 and take a different route. But there are multiple ways to get there. It is nice having two options of airports to go to. So that's another great thing about Denton is its location. So not only is its location to Dallas a great place, and it is because, Dallas just has so many wonderful things. And Fort Worth, if you are a fan of like stockyards and rodeo, then this is great for you because I forgot about that. Not only do we have Fort Worth that has the, how do I get that off? Okay, well, we'll just keep it on. That has the, stockyards and rodeo there. We also have the Texas State Fair, and that's easy to get to. You can take the DART train, the DCTA. You can take that all the way from Denton to the stockyards for minimal cost. Yes, it's going to take longer than if you were to drive on I-35W. By the way, this is I-35W. Different from I-35 East, not as crowded for sure, except for when you get here. I swear there's been construction going on in that area around 820 for years, but their expressway is both ways, so that's really nice. But you can take transportation to the stockyards. Another cool thing that Denton has that not everyone has, which is what I love, is we have our own fair annually. So we have rodeos going on there. We'll have country music artists come in and sing, and that is right in the heart of Denton. Pretty much maybe walkable to the square when you're done at the fair, but maybe not. It's probably a pretty good 30-minute walk, so maybe that's not the best thing. But we do have the North Texas Fair and Rodeo every year for several days in Denton, and that's such a fun place to take your family. You can go there and watch the rodeo. You can dance. Lots of things you can do there. So that's another great thing about Denton that not every place has. Okay, so now that we know where Denton is compared to Dallas and Fort Worth, let's zoom out a little bit and see what else is around it. So if you go straight up I-35, you're going to hit Oklahoma pretty quickly. It really takes maybe an hour or so to hit Oklahoma. So straight up I-35, you're going to go through some of these smaller towns here. Gainesville is in Texas still. It's probably really the last. It's not really a major town. Sorry, Gainesville, but the last bigger city before you hit Oklahoma. So we have that. And then these are just some smaller places out here. But I will say places like Sherman and Denison are growing. If you have a kid that is going to play sports in high school in Denton, football, other things like that. Our daughter was on drill team. And so we were going to Sherman to watch her perform at halftime. So you will be making that drive out there. But hey, it's a great. Some other really cool places that are around Denton that we like are places like McKinney. McKinney is very similar to Denton. It's pretty similar to Denton. They have a really awesome downtown square as well. They don't have the major universities, and I think that's what keeps Denton diverse, and I think it's what gives Denton that music vibe, because UNT is a huge music school. So Denton definitely is a little different, but you would love McKinney. McKinney has a great downtown square to go shopping at. And then of course you can't not mention Frisco and Plano. All the amazing shops and restaurants and the diversity of restaurants that they have there is incredible. Not too far of a drive. I was just at the Frisco Mall the other day, and I think it took me 40 minutes to get home, and that was at 5 o'clock. So not too bad. Yeah, there's a major mall out here in Frisco, Stonebriar Mall. And then another great place that I like to go to often, which is fairly close to Denton, very close actually, is Highland Village, or even Flower Mound, which is right here next to it. But Highland Village has some different restaurants as well. That's usually why I like to go, is the restaurants. And they have some good shopping too. And here's Flower Mound. Let's see. Oh, my family lives right here in Keller. My dad just moved from Austin up to Keller. So, you know, if you're down south in Austin and you're kind of getting tired of the growth that's going on there, I know it's gotten crazy. They were there for 20, 25 years and were ready to get out. And so now they're in Keller and really enjoying it there. That's not very far either. Roanoke has some great restaurants too. These areas on the west side just tend to be a little bit less populated than the areas you're going to find over here on the east side. So lots of great things about Denton. Let's look a little further south, because I do want to show you kind of how, you know, it's easy to get from Denton to Austin as well, or to Waco. We're about, I'd say, an hour. Okay, so here we have Denton up here, and oh, we got to go through. It looks far on the map. I promise you, it is not. It just looks far on the map. You know what they say about Texas? You can drive for 8 hours and still be in Texas. But so when we go to Waco, or when we go to Austin, we usually go through Fort Worth. But it, you know, it just depends on where you live in Denton. But obviously you can go down through Dallas as well, because they're both going to meet here in Hillsboro. So, you know, just depends on where you live. But Waco is about an hour and a half on a good day. It's not super far. Okay, and then from Waco, which, like I said, my dad lived there, we would go from Waco to Austin. So about a 4-hour drive with traffic on the way there. If we were driving well on the way home, we could do it in 3.5. So that is Denton in a nutshell on the map. I'm going to be touring downtown Denton, because I'd love to show you the city I live in. It really, truly is a great place. It's just a fun place to be. We raised 2 children here in Denton ISD schools, and they did great. Like I said, my daughter goes to Texas Women's University. We have about, between my husband and I'd say we have about 8 generations of Dentonites here. So that's just how much we love it here. So we are going to take you through some neighborhoods through downtown as well. But if you have any questions about Denton, I would love to help you with those. If you have any questions about living in North Texas or living in Dallas, Texas, you know what to do. You can shoot us a text or give us a call, send an email, whatever you need to do, get a hold of us. We would absolutely love to help you out. We have a lot of clients moving in and around this area, and they love it as well. And we would just love to help you out. So if you have any questions, like I said, we love to help you answer. And don't forget to subscribe, and look out for other videos on living in the North Texas area.